you're someone that even wants to attempt to eat a perfect diet, which is this book, The Vegan Diet, that's what it's about. It's about understanding what a perfect diet is, which would, by default, it would be 100% unprocessed foods. And it doesn't mean to do it, it means to just understand what it is. Because the goal for me was finding perfection in the diet, the lifestyle, the mindset, and then the byproduct of those three, which is the training, and all four of those combined is the only way to have a shot at actually reversing age. That's my goal, reversing age. And those things have to be perfected. So it's a whole different thing. Anti-aging is a whole different thing than reversing age. Anti-aging's cute. It's a nice statement. I would say probably everybody's anti-aging, right? I'm anti-aging, but it doesn't mean you're actually taking action, doing anything to even be anti-aging. You could just say it. So reversing age reversing, that's a whole different thing. So once, I figured out what is actually required to be able to have a shot at even trying to even do it. On the diet side, it's a perfect diet. That's common sense. So perfect diet starts from unprocessed foods. If you're going to attempt to even try to do that, you have to be very highly educated in nutrition. Now, when I say this, you only can attain that from a self-education, because anything else is going to, you can't let a diet, or you can't let a way of eating, or you can't let something that attracts you can't let that pull you in to that side and brainwash you into that. When I mean nutrition, I'm talking about the boring stuff. The stuff that you have to educate yourself in is micronutrient-wise, what the human body needs across the whole board. Then everybody's slightly different. Everyone has different issues. Everyone has, people are born with deficiencies. You might be born with a deficiency. So you might need something different, right? But you still need to know what the basic human body knows or requires, and then apply that to yourself and what you require micronutrient-wise. Because there's things that people have different lifestyles, people have different, everything that has everyone requires slightly different micronutrients. In some of them, some things it's the same, but some things, electrolytes, stuff like that. Your lifestyle can change how much you need. Then you need to know what you can get from what food. So what is in what? All the micronutrients that you need for your body, what percentages of those are in the foods? It's not necessarily, everybody focuses on the calories and the macronutrients, and that's not what it is. That stuff all just fits once you figure out what you need micronutrient wise, which is more important. That's more important. Everything else just fits though, once you figure that out. But that's the nutrition that you need to educate yourself in, right there. And you have to never, you're never going to stop learning it. People won't do this. People won't do it. It's too hard. It's too hard. It requires discipline just to even do that. And it requires an extreme amount of discipline. It requires having every day, it's a Groundhog's Day every day. So you have to do it. You have to keep doing it over and over, and you can't let it grind you down. And it has to be something that you love. It has to be an obsession. And man, people won't do that. People do not care, and it's sad, because that should be the most important thing to us, to our existence. It is the most important thing. It's just in this world we're in, it's been taken down so far that people don't even think about it. Like it's food is either a chore It's either something you don't want to do, like people that think about eating healthy. Healthy, healthy is, to me, eating healthy is you're staving off death slightly, maybe. So, but to some people, eating healthy is like, ugh, I don't want to do that. That's gross, right? So it's a chore. And then on the other hand, it's entertainment. So it's either entertainment or it's a chore, when it should be neither of those things. It's what makes us be. It's what makes us go this way or go this way. Period. It's the most important thing to us. It's right there with our protection, shelter, that type of thing. We don't have to worry about that so much anymore if we've got things, going good for us. But try living on the street. Try living, try going and living out in the woods or something, and then you'll start thinking about your protection. You'll start, that stuff might even come first, sort of. And it'll all be equal, but we don't. The other ones, our shelter, our protection, we still need to be thinking about that but that's why we work and that's what we make money for and stuff, right? But for some reason, man, our fuel, our food is just, nobody cares about it. And when they think they care about it, they still need to be entertained and told, and they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. Eating a little bit more healthier doesn't do really hardly anything. They don't educate themselves in actual nutrition, what matters. What everyone across the board can educate themselves in without having to be coerced or brainwashed or whatever you want to call it. It's just the basics, the fundamentals. And if you want to try to eat a perfect diet, you have to be educated in that. And it never ends because there's just so much. It's never going to end. So in this book, the main, I keep it simple, and the main things I talk about are the things that people can get deficiencies easier in trying to eat perfect or trying to eat like only plant-based and not adding animal product. I just keep it to the few simple things. Just the stuff that you can become deficient in, like B12. That's huge. People that eat meat are B12 deficient. So I just try to keep it to the main basic things that trying to eat perfectly, people can, that's eating perfectly. You have to know how to do it. And I say in the book, processed foods, man. Processed foods save people from micronutrient deficiencies because they fortify these foods with micronutrients that people will be deficient in if they did, people don't know how to eat. So they fortify these foods with a lot of things that give people their micronutrients to meet the daily values. So they're saving people in the beginning, and then later, they catch up to them. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. And yeah, just my little thoughts. I'm gonna go to the gym right now, so I will talk to you later.